Hey, excuse me. Hey guys, how's it going, buddies? We're gonna do a stream right now. It is January 6th, 2016. This is Loki Hates You, and I'm here to tell you that it's probably gonna be probably gonna be a short one tonight. We have nothing to open for the first time in a very long time. There's nothing to open, so I figured we'd do a little one just to keep the party going. You know, I'd hate to miss a day. Not that I have anything to say about today. I barely did anything. Admittedly, a little one. Ooh, look at me. I look gross. I look terrible right now. Jesus Christ. Oh well, the show must go on. I don't mind. Every once in a while, you're gonna look a little weird on a camera, and that's gonna be just fine. Let's see. Shorty today. Shorty to. Whoa, that's a P, not an O. Shorty today. Publish. Cool. Good. Okay, let's talk about a couple things. Let's say hi to some people. What do you say? Hi, Bunny. Hi, Helen. Hi, Zio. Hi, Elf of Asgard. Hi, Chris. Hi, Harley. Cat. Hi, Cat. That's what I meant to say, not hi, Harley. Hey, Miss Mojo. Hey, Carla. Hey, Candace. Good to see you guys. So, I wasted my whole fucking day today, and that's awful. Hey, Amada, don't get up for the stream. Just stay in bed. I'm literally not going to say anything tonight. There's nothing to be said about... Ooh, it is warm in here. Like, you guys get up and you feel like you need to get out of bed to fucking participate in this shit. And you don't. You don't need to do that. You need to go to bed. You need to get some sleep. Because this is not important. This should not be a priority for you people. Makes me want to not... Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, you guys. So... glad you enjoyed it, Helen. I feel a little bad about that Periscope last night because I didn't actually ask permission of the band to broadcast that. It was sort of a weird band rehearsal to begin with because we haven't practiced in so long. We were just kind of catching up. People have told me that the sound wasn't balanced. They weren't able to hear me. Well, them's the breaks. When you're in a little room and you have a drummer who can't adjust his volume, everyone else has to turn up. And when you're in a little room and you only have a crappy PA, if you start turning the vocals up too high, it feeds back. So, drums have to be a certain volume. Guitars have to be hearable above that. PA literally cannot keep up in that kind of space. Without a much more expensive PA setup. So, I'm sorry about the audio quality, but that's just the way it needs to be. You also probably saw Bonnie of the Library Bards make at least a short appearance. And you're going to see a little appearance right now because we're back on the couch. Talking. Hi, bud. Say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. But yeah, last night we put in some work. We're hopefully going to be participating in a Library Bards music video at some point within the next month or so. That's what's on the roster, on the schedule for the next foreseeable future. Are you gonna sit down? You've been having some sitting down problems in that you want to stand for longer than you want to sit down lately. Don't be mad because I'm kissing your head. Okay, don't be mad at me. There you go. Now she's all set. Can't decide what to do with your leg, huh? I get it. I know what you're talking about. Here, you want a scarf to cover you up, bud? Let's give you a little scarf action. Here's a scarf on your butt now. Okay. Chris, why ask how it's going? You've been watching me do it. You know how it's going. It's going awfully. As the entire... Like, the whole show's been just a pile of garbage, and it just, like... I was thinking about it today, and I once I'm finished with Season 2, I really am gonna take the time to write out exactly why it is that it infuriates me that people still stand up for that show. And it has to do with not building a world before you start writing a story. These people didn't have a plan. Despite the fact that the Marvel Universe provided them with plenty of a world to work with, they didn't use any of it. And what they did use, they've warped into unrecognizable garbage. And Helen, I'm gonna wash the T-shirt and see if it gets a little smaller. It's such a shame that they would take all these characters and essentially turn them into this shit, and then use that as the foundation to build a more expensive show off of. They really needed to be swinging for the fences to begin with, and doing it like Jessica Jones, like Daredevil, where, you know, they didn't need to hit you in the face with special effects a lot. They just needed to tell a good story that had compelling characters. And they didn't. They blew their budget on a first episode that had a couple little computer-generated flying drones, and then from that point forward, it was just a waste of time. It was just a waste of time because they had to work with these shitty pieces of shit characters that had no personalities, and I think they just made it up as they went along, and it shows. And it's such a shame because, like, this show could be exciting, it could be compelling, and it could be it could be touching, it could be action-packed, it could be exciting. It's not. It's none of those things because you don't care. No one should care about any of the characters. No one should care about any of the storylines. No one should be surprised by any of the twists and turns because they're not twists and turns. They're just... It's just the same shitty trick over and over again. So lovely to hear her purr. Yeah, she's a pretty good purr bag. She's been snoring all day too. Isn't that right, buddy? They said, don't talk to me. I'm trying to get a little nap in right now. But yeah, that's how S.H.I.E.L.D. is going. There's 2 more episodes from what I understand. And, I don't know. I'm gonna get through those, and I don't think I'm gonna touch Season 3 when it comes out on Netflix because it's too... it's too hard to try. It's too hard to invest my time in it when they're not trying. Like, they're not even trying to make a good show out of it, and they won't put the effort into turning it around. Honestly, they need to kill every character except for Coulson, and have him embark on a much more meaningful journey. Hey, Dead Purple, like, they need to inject the drama by saying, you know what? All of these idiots are dead. They're all dead, and that provides fuel to have a much more high-stakes storyline where it's a much more adult show, and there's no icer guns, and there's no invisible jets, and there's no secret agents who get mad about secrets every single fucking episode, and there's no moles that just wander with impunity throughout every secret organization in the world. Like, they're infiltrating things like 3 times a year. Like, They're infiltrating, then escaping, then re-infiltrating, and like trust is being given time and time again. Characters are not killing each other for massive crimes, war crimes, crimes against humanity, like national security breaches, murder. Like they're just like forgiving everybody nonstop. The villains are escaping, getting taken back into custody. The handcuffs are being put on them in the front. Like they're not even getting handcuffed behind their backs, and it's just like it needs to be a show about adults and not about like high school children who are running around with pop guns and getting into these stupid capoeira fucking choreographed fistfights. So awful. I have not had the quick lunch chocolate bar yet. I'm trying to cut back on candy. My skin's kind of breaking out, so I'm trying to just not do as much candy lately. Shannara Chronicles. Red Star, that sounds awful. Just the title of it sounds awful. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna spend like a half a day writing a whole review on why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't respect you as a viewer and doesn't take the time to give you a show that's worth watching. And hopefully, at the end of this, by the time this show gets canceled, you'll have learned that supporting a show that hasn't given you quality from the very first episode is a mistake and should never be done again. Yes, 99 was the one I was talking about, Elizabeth. Yeah, Chris, I mean, the thing about jumping in too soon was they could have made a good show. Entering the Marvel Universe when they did, they still could have made a good show. Doesn't matter where they came in. Doesn't matter if they'd come in after Age of Ultron. Doesn't matter if they'd waited for the whole 4 movies to have been made. They could have made a show that fit into the Marvel Universe, but they didn't. They made a terrible show that didn't fit into anything. It just doesn't make any sense. What else happened today? I woke up too late. Woke up at like 11:30. And then, just, I don't know. Today was just a shitty day. I just didn't do nearly enough today. And tomorrow I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to work on some things that I need to work on. And gotta do it. Gotta do it. But, I did kind of, just once the day had been already called once I had wasted most of the day, I started playing Wolfenstein, The New Order, or whatever it's called, the new Wolfenstein game, and it is fucking awesome. Like, that new Wolfenstein game, I think it's called The New Order, so good. It's like watching a really good sci-fi / World War II storyline unfurl, and it's really cool, and it's campy. Like, it's definitely got some kind of cheesy stuff happening, but it's not cheesy. It's awesome looking, and it's unapologetic about it, and it's suspenseful, and it's like gritty, and I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm looking forward to playing through more of that, but I gotta hold out, because if I start playing it again tonight, then I'm gonna be up again really late, and then I'm not gonna get up until late tomorrow again, so yeah, Dead Purple, I actually tried to watch it months and months ago, and I lost interest in it by the middle of the first episode. So that says a lot for me, because typically I can commit to a show and watch at least a season of it. But like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. lost me before the end of the first episode. But I don't know. Tweeting gives me something to at least concentrate on during the show, like as time passes. No, no Dragon Age. Dragon Age doesn't particularly interest me. Sounds like an awesome game. Recently got Ocarina of Time for my 3DS. That's all I've been playing. Yeah, you know, I've never actually played any Zelda games from top to bottom. I'm sure I'd love them, but maybe not. I don't know. A lot of controllery stuff happening there. Yeah. But yeah, the thing about Wolfenstein is I'd love to stream it, but I wouldn't love to stream it. I want to concentrate on the game. And it fucks with me when I'm playing a game that I've never played before, and I'm concentrating on the game, and people are saying things and having their own conversations. Like, it's a very intimate experience for me to be able to, like, explore things as I want to do, and to have people essentially be talking, or like just palling around while I'm doing that. Like, it makes me feel like I'm dividing my attention. So that's why I haven't been Twitch streaming Wolfenstein, even though I've been spending some time playing it. It just makes me, I don't know, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable to play it on my own. If I do a second playthrough, maybe I'll stream it. You guys used to play Wolfenstein on your teacher's computer? That shouldn't have been allowed. Good for you, Red Star. I hope the cake was good. Yeah, if you're in a public school and you're playing a game where you're brutally not murdering, but killing a bunch of Nazis, yeah, I could see that not going over so well. But, I mean, that's what this stream is for, is, like, it's actually me paying attention to you guys, for the most part, reading all your comments, and not having my attention divided amongst, you know, gaming and streaming. So here we are, and I get to make more contact with you. Yeah, I mean, I used to play Doom and Wolfenstein and stuff when I was a kid as well, but things have come a long way. In the original Wolfenstein and Doom games, like, the entire plot line was revealed to you by just blocks of text that would be scrolled at the beginning of a level, and now you get these awesome cutscenes. Like, it's so cool. Like, it's so goddamn cool, like, watching the different action sequences they come up with, and watching, like, the characters actually, like, have drama, and seeing how they integrated, like, a storyline that takes place over a course of, I don't know, even in Wolfenstein, it's sort of a man in the high castle sort of story, where the Nazis win World War II, and you're playing 15 years after what we know as the end of World War II, and it's really cool. Doom conventions. That's weird. Video games have really evolved. Yeah, and I mean, there's a couple of them where, like, I think I was talking about Telltale games earlier, where you'll play this game and it's just a movie. It's just a movie, and you're hitting a button every once in a while about, like, oh yeah, you know, a guy asks you a question. You can say yes, yup, or what do you think? And no matter which one of those options you select, it's the same outcome. Like, they're all affirmative answers, and he always gives you the same response. You just kind of have a slightly different intonation to your voice. So there's no real stakes there. It's just like, hey, are you still paying attention? Answer yes to this question in one of these three ways. So Telltale Games, I feel like, has really fallen in my not good graces. Alright, Elf of Asgard, we'll see you soon. Amada, classic games, if you love them, that's great. Like, there's nothing wrong with loving the old games. I just, I think it's really funny to see some of these new games that utilize all the technology and still end up sucking. What is it? Dead Island is a perfect example of a game that just sucked. It sucked ass. It had all the graphics and like all these mechanics in it to build weapons and stuff. And it was just a piece of shit, boring game. The old school version of Romeo and Juliet's boobs. She was so scandalized. Actually, there's a scene where you can see boobs in the new Wolfenstein game, so that's fun too. Okay, so they had a Doom LAN party. That might have been Doom, at least Doom 2, if not Quake. One of the Quake games it might have been that he was hosting. Man in the High Castle. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Man in the High Castle. I've heard mixed things about it. One of my buddies loves it, and one of my buddies, not so much. We're going back into the Spanish lesson. Some drink in the bread. Jaeger. I don't know. Classic games are awesome. My 3DS actually designed. Okay, we already talked about your 3DS. I'm glad I grew up with a gamer dad to show me the classics. Yeah, I didn't have a gamer dad. I had a gamer next door neighbor, and we would run a wire from his window to mine. We had LAN games from house to house, which was pretty cool. But I only wanted to do a short stream tonight and say hi to you guys. I got a little rant off about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., got a little high praise for Doom, or for Wolfenstein, which I'm happy to have done. But really, I just wanted to check in with you guys, make sure everybody's doing alright. It's been raining here in Southern California, which has had adverse effects on a couple of our members, I think. But, oh, good night, Amada. But for me, it's just been rain. It's just been a nice calming rain. Maybe a nice demotivating rain. I've unfortunately not been productive for the last few days, and I need to get back on the horse. But on a more motivational note, tomorrow is Thor's Day. As far as I know, we're go for the Thor's Day broadcast for both noon and 6 p.m. So if you guys have questions that you want us to talk about, please please send them in through Tumblr, through Facebook, through Twitter, and we'll be happy to answer them. We haven't really discussed whether or not tomorrow is going to happen, but I'm sure it is. As far as I know, Steven's on board. All right, Ms. Mojo Ryzen, you have a good night. We're going to wrap it up pretty soon, anyways. But yeah, please send in some interesting questions, or else we're going to end up winging it for a half an hour. And I mean, you can see right now how well that's going to go. My uncle was rushed to the hospital last night. CHF. It is in ICU. I don't know what CHF is. Critical heart failure. I don't know what CHF means. Zio and Carla and Dead Purple are just all having a private conversation. Okay. Alright, well maybe I'll let you guys just have your Spanish thing that you're doing, because I really feel like I can't take part in that. Learning about the animation. Student brought her a movie for us to watch. The problem, the movie was rated R classic Akira. Very nice. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try and get in bed and just get to sleep as early as possible tonight so that tomorrow, get up. I want to get up. I want to start doing things. right after breakfast, work until noon, do the broadcast, eat lunch, work until 6, and then maybe play some Wolfenstein if I've got enough done throughout the day. So, you guys have a good night. I'm glad we got to hang out a little bit tonight. I wish I had more to say. I wish I had more to talk about, but I really don't. My life is not currently super exciting. So, I got a few things I want to do, creating some content wise, and hey, Yvonne, we're just wrapping up now. We're about to end this. So unfortunately, you've come in a little late. But you guys have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow at noon. Miss you. I love you. Bye-bye.